So, as I said, the main aim of these webinars is for batch 2 series that I'm starting tomorrow, which is attachment based couple work, right? And this is like a stepping stone to understand the bigger models of couple work, where we get stuck, what can we do. So it will help you first if you're already in couple work, how to navigate it. If you're planning to do couple work, how to go about it, right? Neroli was also in my batch.
Yes, yes, I was.
Yes, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm great. You have also done ESCT, no?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
See, yeah, we have so many people. Oh, lovely. Okay, right. So any thoughts before we start and get into neurodivergent work, couple work? Any thoughts that are coming in for you? Sneha, you can stop this. Thank you, Dipti. I saw that. Any thoughts that are coming in for anybody? Yes, Parul. I can see only Parul, Nidhi. Hi, Nidhi. Tejaswini, Niroli also I can see. Rest everybody is. It's okay. You can feel comfortable not switching on the camera. Oh, okay. So I'm just gonna start my PPT. Give me a second. Um, Aisha, is somebody there in the chat box? And Parul is
Yeah,
saying,
when you asked if anyone had any thoughts, Parul said she doesn't have any
any
thoughts.
thoughts? Yeah. Okay. So couple work in neurodiverse. Yeah. Heavy, heavy topic for the day, guys. What is our understanding of neurodivergent as a whole? What is our simple one bit of understanding of neurodivergent as a whole? Yes, Rinki.
Their brain works a little differently than the norms.
Okay, fantastic. Thank you. Yes, anyone else?
Yeah, I can think of some of the conditions that come under neurodivergence, which is ADHD, autism, or DHD, even OCD in some cases. Yeah.
Fantastic, fantastic, Tejasvi. Absolutely right. So basically, it talks about a some cases they talk about neurodevelopmental concerns, right? And there are also concerns that have developed probably over years. Now, there is a very different thin line of understanding this topic, right? So, that is something that we're going to talk about. Now, how neurodivergent plays a role when you're working with couples, right? Couples definitely we have to understand while we are working with the couple, the individuality of the person is extremely important, right? So I'm working with a couple. I am trying to understand everything about partner A and partner B and their dynamics in the relationship, right? Now, when the bigger term like neurodivergent comes in, what is something that we have to do to make and navigate the entire couple work process? Now, as I'm sure, as couple therapists, as other individual therapeutic practices, and we have our basic counseling skills, empathy, non-judgmental, slowing down, even in EFCT, slowing down, risk model, etc. These are some EFCT terms which I will not get into because other people who haven't done the model might find it difficult. So basic, we have empathetic reflection, we have non-judgmental, space, we have keeping both the feeling validation, right? These are some basic listening, active listening. These are some basic counseling skills that we all perform, right, in our day-to-day practices. Now, here what happens is, here, these things have to be given a little more priority, essentially. Now, I'll just give you an example. Okay. Now, as Tejaswini said, that there are some common neurodivergent cases that now these are some neurodivergent cases that you might have come across, you haven't heard about, right? So you can have a look. Recently, in fact, I have started working with a couple where the husband is likely to have ADHD, and the and it's very obvious in the cycle, like his attention span, overload of information, right? Even when we are doing the work, it's very explicit right there. Now there can be cases where there are two things. Now there are places where people already know that, oh, maybe I have a certain neurodivergent concern. Or there might be couples who are not aware of one partner having this, or there might be cases where there can be a different range of cases. So for my current couple, I guessed it while they were having the introduction session, while they were talking in the cycle, etc. I thought, because I worked with ADHD closely by myself. So I thought that then I asked him a little probing questions and assessment questions based on that as well. So there are different cases that you might come across. So where in assessment you get to understand that the couple says that, I might have this condition, but I don't know, I might have not. I don't know. Second, they might say that, oh, really, I'm likely to have this. So whatever the situation is, we need to be alert if the person is already giving us the thing that, oh, ma'am, we have these diagnoses, etc., etc., etc. And then we know, okay, this is a neurodivergent case, and how do we work this with the couple? So as I said, these are the different common cases. There can be difference as well. Now it depends on how we navigate, how much knowledge we have about each of them. So participants, we really need to make sure that we have knowledge about whatever case that we have in depth, right? So that sensitivity about that particular symptom that the client is showing, it has to come in the couple work. Okay. Uh, so, as you know, there are usually different attachment styles that we have. So one is anxious, one is avoidant. There can be anxious, avoidant, avoidant, right? So what do we do is, this is just a base. This is like a attachment work. This is like a key brochure, key chapter, like a key paper. In negative cycles, we try negative cycle, conflict, arguments. We try to see what are the behaviors of each of the partners and what are the protective emotions. Just understanding the negative cycle, we check behaviors and the protective emotions. Later, what we do is, we also check, once we understand this, then we go a little deeper and we check with the vulnerable emotions and the unmet attachment needs. Now, this is how the couple work of attachment based couple work looks like. Now, most of you who are willing to join my attachment based couple work training, I will teach this in depth. This is attachment based couple work way. Okay. Now, when it has neurodivergent cases, we have to comprehend, like we have to put that into this. You guys are getting what I'm saying? We have to put that and into this. This structure is going to remain the same. Okay. Any questions, queries on this? Sorry about my throat. Yes, Rutuja. Yes, Rutuja.
Hello, ma'am. Yeah. So I had a doubt. I wanted to understand how do we work when the partners or the individual themselves are having a difficulty. Let's say, for example, the neurodivergent partner is having a difficulty to understand and differentiate between their vulnerable and protective emotions and their unmet attachment needs. So I understand that we would have to work individually with that client, and then we understand what their protective emotions are. But how do we also make their partners understand about the same?
That's the whole idea, Rutuja. That's a very nice question. That's the whole idea that happens in couple work with neurodivergent cases. So
Okay.
one, when I understand the concern better, I can comprehend that concern in my attachment-based work. Also, the sensitivity and emotional connect between the couples. Like my partner is having this concern. How do I? So sometimes people just want to learn that how do I take care of my partner while in the
Mhm.
right? So we have to understand each like A person's concern, and the A person will deliver it to B person, and the B person will accept it, right?
Mhm.
Entire process that goes.
Okay.
I will talk about it a little more in the upcoming slides.
Yes, sure. Thank you.
Really want to like have a look at it, and I will be covering all of this in your training specifically. Now,
Mhm.
challenging part, I understand. Helping the couple just to see, and then the other one accepting it, like, share, accept. This is the entire thing that we as couple therapists facilitate.
Okay. Yes, thank you so much. I got it.
Okay, now what happens here is neurodivergence is a difference, not a deficit. That this is something that we really need to understand by ourselves and for couples as well. Now, what is something that is so different with the deficit? It's not with a deficit, but the difference, right? When we say that neurodivergence is a difference, not a deficit, what is so different about this entire difference? Now, in these cases, emotional processing is different, sensory tolerance is different, communication style is different, executive functioning and conflict regulation is different. Now we have to comprehend all of this specifically with the concerns in couple therapy. Now, this is something that we really need to pay attention to, guys. Yeah. Now, what happens is in attachment alarms look different in neurodivergent partners, right? Shutdown may be overwhelm, not avoidance. Logical problem solving may be care, not emotional distance. Now, their attachment alarms are very different from the actual attachment alarms that we do. Repetitive reassurance seeking may be regulation, not dependency. Hyper focus may be neurological, not relational, right? So we really need to understand not relational neglect. It really could be some hyper focus, could be a neurological part, but not a neglect. So this is some we need to understand attachment alarms for our partner A and partner B. And while we do this, while we understand this, how do we attach? How do we get our attachment model inside? Tricky, tough, Tejaswini looks lost. Tough, easy. Yes. It's going to take its own space and time to understand. It's a big topic, I know. Okay. Now, as I told you that in attachment based work, we understand the cycles. What are common conflicting, argumentative cycles that people, negative cycles that people get into, right? Now, common cycles in neurodivergent couples are usually this. Sneha, do you just mind reading them, please?
Okay, do you want me to read the headings and or also the things underneath?
Yes, please. That would be great. Thank you.
Okay, so common cycles in neurodivergent couples: overwhelming and withdrawal loop. So in this, trigger happens, emotional intensity, sensory overload, shutdown, partner panics, and then fight escalate. Then the second pattern can be reassurance and fatigue loop. So in this, anxious partner seeks frequent reassurance. Neurodivergent partner feels pressured and confused, gives minimal response, and then anxious partner intensifies, sorry. And the third is executive dysfunctional conflict. Missed task, you don't care. Shame, defensiveness, escalation.
Thank you, Sneha. Just gave a little break to my throat to just speak a little often. Thank you, Sneha. So these are some common cycles that neurodivergent couples get into. Now we need to understand these cycles so that we can help them, right? These are some common cycles. Now, assessment is extremely important, right, guys? Assessment is an understanding key of how we can actually understand what is happening with the neurodivergent couples and accessing sensory triggers. Now, we have to take care of all of this in the session itself: sensory, sound, touch, transition, unpredictability, emotional processing speed. How much can one person comprehend and process at one point of time? Conflict tolerance window, masking fatigue, shame history, attachment injuries, executive functioning stress, history of being misunderstood. Mostly, this is very common. I have not been understood all of my life how my brain functions from others. People think I'm lazy, I'm sad, I'm lethargic, but that's how my brain functions. So the assessment of this is very, very important. Okay. Now make the implicit explicit. Any questions on the assessment and cycles? Any questions on the assessment ones? Yes, ma'am.
I'm just curious that if we successfully diagnose a partner neurodivergent, won't that create a maybe question in another's partner mind ki because this partner is neurodivergent, this is the reason why we are facing all these issues in our relationship?
Could be. Could be. That's the acceptance, the sensitivity, right? So there are cases where people already know that my partner has a condition, has a concern. After marriage, also they might come to. Now, we have to develop that, we have to make that couple feel more empathetic, connected, and connection apart from this.
Okay. Yeah.
Even though if I have you and me have a condition, yet we are together by understanding the balance and how to take care of each other and the relationship with the concern. That's the entire thing. That's our entire goal, beta. That's our entire goal when it comes to couple work.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah. So as you said, Sneha, this is the last line validates your, understands your question a little better. If you could read it for me.
Many, Wala,
Yeah.
many neurodivergent couple carries chronic relational trauma from invalidation.
They don't feel validated by their partner. You don't understand me what I'm trying to say. Or I'm feeling unseen. Like the sounds, the touch, the triggers, they're all triggers.
Mm.
I cannot process this much information in this one. And I know how tough it could be for that one partner who's trying to understand and the other partner who's trying to understand this entire loop what's happening. Yeah. So make the implicit explicit, often rely on unspoken relational, neurodivergent couples benefit from defining them clearly. For them, even in work, it has to be clear, step by step, instructional. What does space mean? What signals repair? How do we pause safely? How does reassurance sound like? It has to be clear, specific, and clear, and does not involve a lot. So we have to be very like a baby step we have to take. So even I'll give an example. So with my current couple who I've started working with, he thinks he has ADHD. And I kind of guessed it in the second session itself because while they're telling me the cycle. Now, his wife processes information differently from he processes. When we did the first session, just to understand the cycle, he was so overwhelmed. He was not able to take that load. And that I couldn't understand. Then I stopped the session there for him. The second time, when I was again doing the session, I realized I had told him well in advance, if you feel that there's a lot of processing right now, we'll do small processes. We'll do small processing. We can take a 5 minutes break. You can come back. Small processing. We will process this. We will share. We'll take a break. These all things have to be very, very specific and clear. And I've given him that space. If you feel this is overloading, we stop the session, we continue the next time. Or we take breaks in the session. This is all what we have to understand. Yeah. Now, regulation before vulnerability. If the nervous system is flooded, attachment work will fail. Time-bound breaks, as I told you. Written expression options. Sensory regulation tools. And clear re-entry scripts. Now, you can give them whatever you feel. This is just, you can give them whatever the couple is finding it accessible or whatever you feel that might help. Right? Anything. Sipping water, sensory regulation, sipping water, just kind of having some smell or aromatherapy, anything, whatever fits the couple in that particular scenario. Now, validate different empathy styles. Now, not every empathy style is going to be the same. For example, autistic empathy often shows as practical support, information sharing, problem solving, physical presence without intense emotional language. Help the partner recognize this as a connection. Sneha, getting? So, number one task is you have to understand first the neurodivergent concern by yourself. And what is something that the partner is finding it difficult to communicate with the other partner about their condition. And in their condition, how is empathy, validation, and concern and care seen or shown to the partner. That we have to make it accessible to the other partner to understand and recognize that this is also a connection. My partner loves me. My partner wants to be with me. And we have to slowly put it into an attachment part. How are we doing? What is our nervous system doing right now? Rutuja's nervous system is, what is Rutuja's nervous system doing? I see a heart popping up there. What are we doing, guys? How are we feeling right now? Did we all have dinner? Are we sipping on water? I know it's a very heavy topic. That's why I'm checking in with you once. Yes, Inky.
For me, I mean, it's like normal couples have so many issues. Normal in the same
I understood.
frame
Yeah.
of mind, the
Mm.
brain functioning in the same way,
Yeah.
and they having so many issues
Mm-hmm.
that they need couple therapy.
Yeah.
So over here, when person is neurodivergent, the person doesn't feel victimized. Isn't it possible
Victimizing what sense, darling?
that that person has to take in so much, adjust so much, or behave in a particular way so that the partner is not triggered? I mean, this is double duty.
Yeah. But that's how the entire connection is, right? The acceptance and the connection of the relationship is so beautiful that we need to tell the partners that I know we understand how overwhelming that could be. But we also know that how this person and how this relationship matters to you. So as a couple therapist, you really need to validate that other person's emotional window of tolerance as well. You really need to access it. You really need to validate it. Rinki, am I?
Yes, you are making sense, but I really think as a just as I said that it's double duty for the other partner. I mean, handling the couple issues and handling emotions so that the partner is not triggered.
So one could be that we could literally, what we could do is we could take care of, while we are taking care of the neurodivergent concern, the couple work is also easier because now they know when they're handling one part, other part usually is very well handled. The couple work can be handled very well if that part is the concern. Now, example, if I give you a cycle, when you go quiet, I feel alone and scared. When emotions rise, my system freezes, right? I am not leaving. I am overwhelmed. What could be the goal here? Help A express vulnerable fear. Help B stay emotionally present without flooding. Create a secure re-engagement rituals. Now, this is what a goal of a cycle looks like. Again, I'll be covering this in the training. But Rinki, what is happening here is when they understand the neurodivergent, how to take care of the neurodivergent concern in their relation or in their marriage, it will be helpful for them to take care of other marriage problems as well, if they are any. Right? That's the beautiful part of the relationship. The acceptance, the validation, the right? Making sense?
Hmm.
What you're saying is not wrong, but I think we have to facilitate this process for them, basically. And it is going to be tough. It's not a very easy cakewalk that, oh, they understand, I am understanding. No, it can be tough.
Hmm.
Yes, Pratyasha.
Hi, I just wanted to address the previous question a bit because if we sort of think in a way that it will be difficult for the non-neurodivergent partner, it sort of also pathologizes neurodivergence a bit, and it also sort of, I don't know, others it. Like So if we are accepting of diversities and differential ways of communication, which neurodivergence and the whole neurodivergent movement is about, the basis starts with the fact that neurodivergent people are different, and then whether the other partner chooses to put up with that or not, that is completely their choice. So if they are in couples work, that means they are willing to put up with it, and will not only willing, they're also ready to put up the work which is required to be with a neurodivergent partner. So uh, I believe the partner is making a if the partner makes a known choice, then it's the partner's prerogative that whether or not they want to do the work or are doing the work, and we as therapists don't need to feel sympathetic about them that they are being victimized, because I'm sure in such a dynamic both the partners are suffering. So even the neurodivergent partner is suffering and the non-neurodivergent partner is suffering. So it's just a space where we can alleviate the suffering for both people as much as possible, considering the differences and not considering one as a deficit. That's what I wanted to say.
Thank you so much. That's really sweet of you to add that. And definitely we can make the space a little more adaptive for both the partners to feel accepted and validated at the same time, right? Thank you. Thank you, Pratyasha. That's really sweet of you. Okay. So as I said that, so this is something that what we are trying to see in couple work with neurodivergent cases. We need to understand the cycle very well, so that we can help them. We can help the couple to process things, understand the unmet needs. At the same time, we help them to understand the neurodivergent difference as well, right? So share and accept is a very um share and accept is a very beautiful part in our couple work. Here, as I said, we need to understand that there is a difference when it comes to neurodivergent cases. How people process this is a very important thing. So one tip is, whenever you have to study any neurodivergent case, like the concern very well, to understand how you can incorporate that in your couple work. Okay. Now the outcome. Secure bonds look like clear communication, defined regulation breaks, reduce misinterpretation. Very important. Acceptance of neurological differences. Pratyasha, this is what exactly you've been hinting at, right? And emotional safety without masking. I feel safe with my partner. I really don't have to do anything specific or more or mask something which I am really struggling with. I know, guys, it's a pretty heavy topic and a lot to talk about and a lot to hold in and understand. Thank you. That's my time for the presentation. Any questions, queries, thoughts, inputs, everything is welcome. Sneha, Aisha, I would request you to put in the wait, I don't really put it. Aisha, put in our numbers, please.
Yeah.
Okay. Now we're going to go to the other part of our thing today, which is understanding the training that is coming up. And the aims of these webinars are specifically for the training, right? So I will request Neha to take you in the brochure a little bit, right? And we would really appreciate if by today, because tomorrow the training is starting from the 13th of February at 7 o'clock. We would love if you let us know by 11 o'clock maximum today or by 10 o'clock tomorrow morning. So this negative cycle picture I've just shared for your understanding. Neha, can you just take over the brochure, please? I'm right here for any questions.
Yes, so our workshop is basically called Beyond Logic: How to Heal and Bond in Relationship Through Emotions. So this is an 8-day long class, and this will be taking you on how to work with couples with EFT lens, understanding all the attachment patterns and everything. This is about the facilitator, Riya Kedar. You can read it and see. Now, these are the dates. We will be starting from 13 Feb, and then it will be going till 27th March. Times are 7 p.m. to 9:30 p.m. So this is almost like 2.5 hours per session for 8 days. Who all can attend this program? So licensed therapists, counselors, psychology trainees, and anyone who is interested in couple work can attend this program, but you need to have master's degree for this. Now, what all you will learn in this journey? First, signs of love, why attachment bonds matter in adult relationship. Understanding conflict in relationship. Therapist intervention for stabilizing the relationship. Understanding emotions, fostering new patterns of connection, and common challenges of therapists. So these are 6 major topics that would be covered in the whole workshop in the span of 8 days. We will share this document with you so you can go through all of these details on your own pace, right? What will you gain? Therapeutic confidence, discount on supervisions, community building, and build your therapist self. So originally the price of the this workshop, that is 8 days for 2.5 hours, is 6,000. But if you register as a group of 3, the 6,000 price will go down to 4,000 rupees. Yes. Yeah, so that's it. If you have any question, please feel free to ask, or our number are given in the text. Please feel free to reach out to us. Thank you.
Neha, can you just put the brochure in the chat box? And the participants today who have registered and come, we would request you to, Sneha would send you the recordings for today, as well as the brochure on the mail, and our numbers are given. If anyone feels free that if you want to have any doubt, and if you have any doubts, questions regarding the workshop, feel free to get in touch with any one of us. It would be nice if you let us know by 11:30 by today, because I know that it's some time for us to just understand and make all the arrangements, etc. I understand that. And or else max by tomorrow, 10 o'clock. So Tejaswini and Neroli, know that the how big the model is. Any thoughts or suggestions, views, anything that comes from the two of your sides? Because I know I've partially worked with you.
I think for me, again, that negative cycle tracking model was familiar from the EFCT course. And I remember that during the course also, there was one demo video that was shown to us where one of the partners was on the spectrum, autism specifically. And that time also, it did pique my curiosity that, okay, how to really work, with a couple where the emotional processing can be really difficult for one of the partners, leaving the other partner feeling, left out, misunderstood, and all those things. So that was something that I am still sitting with. And like, some of the things that you mentioned about how at the very core of it, our aim as couples therapists is to facilitate that connection for them, help them understand. It's almost like when we talk about love languages. So help them understand each other's language as well, language of what connection means for them, what again, overwhelm means for them. So that's something that I'm taking away from here. And I still have a long way to go in the EFT, space. But thank you so much for bringing up points for us.
Thank you. Thank you, Tejasvi. I really like the way how you summed it up and said that the love language. The love language can be different, but the entire goal is for the connection and the secure bonds and secure connection that we are building with the couples. Yes, Niroli, any thoughts? We have Pratyasha, Parul, Dipti, Rinki. I'm not sure about the HMD Global. Anybody wants to add anything? Yes, Niroli.
Um, in this particular webinar, I really like that you did mention regarding the assessments and of course, it's very much important for the couples to know what is really happening because we don't really know what the other one is going through. And of course, when you brought up the common cycles, it was really summed up well. I took a screenshot of it because I want to use it one day. And it was like very nicely summarized to notice what all really you can see in the pattern of a couple, especially working with a neurodivergent couple. So thank you for that. Looking forward to more such webinars. Thank you.
Thank you, Niroli. That's so sweet of you. Oh, Dipti, Parul, Nidhi, Rinki, anybody wants to add anything? Pratyasha, please feel free to do that.
I just got a different view. For me, it was the non-divergent partner would be more like a victim. But today, after listening to you, Pratyasha, I realized that they could be there could be more work that they might need in their relationship because of the because of the neurodivergent aspect. But nonetheless, there can be love and commitment still.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So the reason I actually wanted to come to the workshop today, and because I was just wondering about my partner, and how I feel like he is on the spectrum. We've talked about it, and we've talked about diagnosis if that helps him. So I think the main reason I wanted to sort of come on here is to just understand, okay, me as a therapist, of course, that's a self of mine, but a part of me is also a partner, right? To be able to sort of understand how is this person functioning. A lot of times I cannot have that therapeutic lens all the time. It's just not fair to him, right? So I think as a partner, I find it very difficult a lot of times to understand him because the attention span is less, conflict resolution span is very little. I have massive, I'm able to sit with polarity of emotions. He isn't. So there's a lot of things. So I think I was just curious about the space, and that's why I wanted to come on here. So thank you for sharing all the things that you shared, and I think that gave me a little bit of an understanding of, okay, it's just not his duty. It's also like for me to be able to understand a little bit more. And of course, couples work is a different thing. But yeah, thank you for sharing that.
Thank you, Parul. I absolutely understand, and it takes a lot of courage to speak about our own relation and the concerns and distress that we have been going through in a crowd and like in front of unknown people. So it takes a lot of courage. So thank you so much for coming, and I hope that things get easier for both of you. And I definitely understand that that thin line of not wearing a therapist cap in my relation. And I just want to see my partner as a partner and not a therapist anymore. So that's a very thin line that we're trying to, navigate. So I just hope that things get better with the two of you. And if anything that I could help with, I would definitely do that. Thank you, Parul. Yes. Anybody else? Or we can end for today. Dipti and Pratyasha, have I heard of it? Nidhi also, I haven't heard from you. Anything, if not necessary, you have to say something. If you feel comfortable and
So the only reason I think I joined for the session is one, I'm interested in couple counseling. I mean, I've not done anything as such, and neurodiversity. So I work as a special educator as well here.
beautiful.
So so I kind of wanted to see how couple therapy and neurodivergent, how that session works, and I just wanted to know a brief how it would go about. So that's all.
Fantastic. Yeah, thank you, Nidhi. So I remember I work with children and adolescents, and I started my career with them. So a part of me is a special educator as well. So I know the concerns and also the happiness that in the small things that comes with us when our child is just able to make things so much easy and better for themselves. Thank you. Thank you so much, Nidhi. Yes. Anybody else? Pratyasha, if you feel like sharing something, that would be great. If not, that's okay. And I think most of them have left. But anyone who's really interested, who can, who are trying to, who are willing to learn about couple work and training, who have already learned, it's a better opportunity for you just to practice. If you have, if you're new to this, definitely a better opportunity to as a step forward. So now it's on you how you want to make this couple work easy and accessible. Right. I know couple work as a model. Being a EFCT trained therapist, I know it's not easy. We really need to see every knocking corner. So let me know however things work for you. And you can get in touch with either Aisha, either Sneha, or either me. I have also put in my personal number. And yeah. Sneha, yeah, no, I think that's good for today. Okay, everyone. Thank you so much. Looking forward to seeing at least most of you in the training that's starting in tomorrow. And all the best. Lots of love. Take care. Good night. Good night, Nidhi. Thank you. Bye bye.
Good night. Take care.
Thank you, Ria. This was
Thank you,
very
Par.
helpful. Bye bye.
Thank you, Pratyasha. Bye bye.